All right, welcome in, guys. This is the fourth annual Missouri 5 Draft Lottery. With me, I have Brendan Riley, his wife Becca Riley, my wife Kathryn Bentley, and me, Ben Bentley. We're going to be having Becca drawing the teams this year. So without further ado, let's get straight to it.
Rednecks.
Oh, no
wow.
fucking way. No. Oh, and I cussed. I'm the first one to slip up.
Oh. What does that mean?
I don't know what to do.
Is that good or not
Well,
Wow.
It's good for him.
our first overall is Ben Bentley. Managed to cheat his way to the first pick.
Oh my gosh.
good? They're so cute.
Wow.
They're little tickets.
I made those.
They're
Thank
so
you.
extra.
Welcome to the league.
All right.
You'll get used to it.
Honestly, I'm into it.
All right, looks like Ben lucked out and got the first overall pick this year. How you feeling?
I don't know if I'm gonna take it.
Yeah, you are.
I don't know if I'm gonna back out.
No, you're not.
It's
I
a
don't
bad
know.
spot
2 or 3.
anyways.
It is a bad
It's gonna
spot.
feel bad if you take
You can do it.
You just want me to take it so I don't win.
You can be whatever spot you want to be.
Give me 3. Give me 3.
The Boonville Rednecks have opted for the third overall pick. So, talking about where the team went wrong last year, I would say the draft was initially pretty solid. Kamara is always a good pick. Sanders with the second overall pick was pretty disappointing. Kenyon Drake was also very disappointing. Julio Jones
Was
pretty
also
disappointing.
very disappointing. Let's just keep on going.
But Beckham got injured, and then the Dak Prescott injury also really, really hurt him.
That sucks.
So, just draft better.
Thanks, man. Thanks, man. Darn those ACLs.
Ankles. It was his ankle.
Prescott's ankle.
Yeah.
Beckham's ACL.
Yeah.
What will be their key to success?
Key to success.
Winning the division.
Winning the division for sure. That's always a good starter. And then I would just making sure you follow up your first overall pick with a couple of solid players.
Unlike last year.
Unlike last year.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
And then as for who I think he would go for, if Kamara is still up at number 3, I would think he'd be happy to take him. Outside of that, Henry or even Travis Kelce would be a good option there. But as we all know, the 3-time champ will bounce back eventually. So let's hope it's not this year.
Because it definitely wasn't last year.
Ours really mixed up. Show me squirrels.
Oh, with the first pick this year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jake gets first overall. He was 8th overall last year.
Yes, he
And
was.
he's first overall this year.
Wow.
So, quite a change.
Good for you, Jake.
How many Jakes are in
Let's see
there?
here. There should be...
There should be 7.
Okay, well, while you guys are talking, I'll fish them out.
Okay.
Good plan.
Move this along.
Now, I could see this very well being another situation of it could be Mahomes, or it could be the top rated running back when the time to draft comes around.
Yeah, absolutely. Jake's always pretty unpredictable when it comes
Yes.
to his drafts. So, I could definitely see him going Mahomes or Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, he loves his running backs as much as we do.
Yes,
so,
he does.
so I can definitely see him taking Cook. Where would you say he went wrong last year, ending up in the 7th spot?
I think we were all really high on Clyde Edwards-Helaire, especially with the amount of Chiefs fans. Mm-hmm. And he wasn't wrong to take Clyde there, because if he didn't take Clyde there, he wouldn't have got Clyde. Because Clyde wasn't making it back to him in round 3. Dealing with injuries like Galladay and Connor didn't help. But he drafted wide receivers really well. He had Calvin Ridley for his breakout year, McLaurin. But I think the end of the draft, it kind of fell off for him with like Le'Veon Bell, and Zach Moss never really came around for him.
Yeah.
And I felt like this past season didn't have a lot of great free agents.
Yeah.
And I don't think Jake was able to, with this being our first year of the new waiver wire system, I don't think he was able to get any of those like really good free agents like he had in years past.
Yeah. I would also add, I think Josh Jacobs at his number 1 pick was slightly disappointing.
Yeah.
As well. When, Dalvin Cook was still.
Right. Absolutely.
So it's tough to. It's definitely tough whenever you got something like that going.
Yeah. It doesn't get any easier for him being in the WFC.
No. Yeah.
So
definitely a tough division there.
I feel your pain, Jake.
I would say his biggest key to success would be staying relevant on the waiver wire.
Yeah.
Like you said, I think the new way we were doing it last year threw him off a bit. But now that we're going back to the old way, I think it'll.
Well, we're just staying with this.
Oh, we're staying.
Yeah,
with this
we're gonna,
okay.
because we're gonna, with the change, and this is what everyone needs to remember too going into next year, is we're gonna be half-point PPR going forward, and we're actually sticking with the waiver wire system that we had last year.
Okay.
So we're just doing classic waivers moving forward.
Gotcha. Okay, well then he's definitely gotta, keep in mind what position he's at and find a way to, get the best available player for himself.
Absolutely. You can't get the best ones unless you're not doing well.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a two-edged sword. You're either going to get the good guys or you're going to do good.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's tough.
He's won before, though.
Yeah, I mean, being a former champion, he knows how to win, so.
Being the first overall pick, man, he can go wherever he wants to go. And then he's got the back-to-backs after. Jake, good luck, man. You're at number 1. You are on the clock when the draft comes around. All right, I think we're ready for the next pick.
Chicken bowl. I was doing this and he was like, oh god.
Be strong.
Be strong.
Okay.
Yay, Mona.
Now, Be Strong. I don't remember where they drafted last year. Do you guys? I think they were third last year, weren't they?
Third.
She was first.
What?
No, the
she
Wings
wasn't
were first last year.
Yeah.
That was the year before.
Because
She was
Detroit
first.
got-
Mahomes.
She was she
That's
was
right,
third
but
because
it's
she
the
got
year
McCaffrey.
That's right.
I was
Yeah,
fourth.
because Cassie went Barkley, didn't
Yeah.
she? Gotcha. All right, so 2 is Be Strong. And again, surprisingly, I don't know how this is possible, but the Des Moines Butterfly Wings slip again.
Yeah.
They have one more chance to make in the top half after having the most tickets.
Yeah, no kidding. That's gonna be a
How is that possible?
tough luck. Tough luck for B-Man.
Yeah. Oh.
You know what? But he picked first overall last year.
Uh-huh.
He might be wanting
You might be wanting something different.
a little
too.
something different.
Yeah, that's true.
But as for Be Strong, I really liked her draft last year. The injury to McCaffrey definitely hurt, but she still had Aaron Jones, Devontae Adams, who did really well. Darren Waller, who also was really, really hot sometimes.
Tight end 2 on the season.
Yep.
And she got him like 8th round.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think prioritizing Gurley and Juju as high as she did maybe hurt her a little bit. I know neither of them had very impressive seasons.
Yeah.
So
I think there was a big changing of the guard this past season.
mm-hmm.
A lot of the Gurleys and I think like the David Johnsons and
Yeah.
they were on that borderline last year, whereas this year they're going to be buried. But I don't even know. Do you think Gurley will be drafted?
I'm sure he'll be drafted, but it'll be later. I'm sure.
Is he still on that?
It depends. Yeah, I was gonna say it depends on if he's on a team. But,
Right. We'll need to look research that
Yeah.
before August.
but as for who she might go with that third overall pick, Derrick Henry will probably still be up.
Mm-hmm.
Or I can see her even taking a very early Travis Kelce,
Yeah.
or even if Patrick Mahomes is available. I know she loves Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
So,
And it seems really early to take Kelsey at 2, but I think the gap between Kelsey and all the other tight ends is huge,
Yeah.
especially in an 8-team league.
mm-hmm.
That's what I learned last year. Taking Higbee in like the third to last round. That did not work out for me.
Did not help.
No, it didn't. Key to success, maybe just drafting well.
Yeah, just careful about who you prioritize. I mean, her first 3 picks were really good, but everything following that was pretty underwhelming. So maybe just making sure you have a deeper, a deeper roster.
Yeah.
Definitely help you go through.
Absolutely. I think the late round running backs didn't help her at all.
Yeah.
I mean, Robbie Anderson helped and Darren Waller helped, but those running backs did nothing for her that whole season. I agree. I think she goes Henry, Kelsey, or Mahomes.
Yeah.
She's came close to winning it before.
Mm-hmm.
With the second pick, she's kind of like Jake. She can go either way. She can build the team she wants.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. I think we're ready for 4.
I think so.
Okay.
Superheroes in
Oh no!
D-Man!
No!
Superheroes in training get the number 4 overall pick.
And they were the
third
team?
Yeah, third
Wow.
last team.
And they get in the top half.
That's a lucky draw.
That is a good draw.
That's the spot I had last year.
So.
Pick you
Definitely,
next.
Definitely a good spot to be.
Yeah, it is.
I have a hard time saying where this team went wrong because I still don't understand how I beat them in the semifinals. It was less than a point. It was like less than half a point that I won. So, and I mean, if he beats me there's a chance we have a different champion.
There's a chance.
So, I have a hard time saying he really did anything wrong.
I know.
The only thing I would say is, with his draft, he prioritizes Fournette too early.
That's what I underlined too. Henry and Cook. There's something about Chris just like honing in on the top running backs.
Yeah.
Because the year he won it, he had number 1, 2, and 3, I think.
I think you might be right.
And I just thought he had 1 and 2 almost. I don't know if they actually finished 1 and 2, but
I think
2 of the
Kamara.
top
I think
ones.
Kamara topped one of them. I think Kamara
Yeah,
topped.
it's Kamara.
I think
And then
Kamara
Cook.
was number 1 actually. Ended number 1. And
Yeah.
then it was Henry, Cook 2, 3.
Gotcha.
I think.
Hopkins, Lockett, Murray, all great picks.
Yeah.
Ingram, not a great pick.
He had an injury, but
tight end
yeah, it
sucks.
sucks. Yeah, that whole thing never fun.
No.
But
I think their key to success is just, for all the teams in the WFC, is just getting out of the division.
yeah.
Just making the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the easiest way to do that is to just win the division.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to rely on points or record to come in second.
Yeah.
It's never a great way to try and push for that championship.
No. That division, you need to win that division.
Yeah.
because that second and third seed always go back and forth.
Yeah.
And where you are at the end of week 12 is where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
If you're at 2, then congrats. If you're at 3, then better
Sorry.
luck next year. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure
Yeah.
with this one because you're not holding the trophy.
That was last year, right?
Which one?
This one?
That was last year, yeah.
But
Rebecca, we're in the middle of something.
Yeah, so I won't
So
get the trophy until
embarrassing.
this year.
God.
That was last August.
oh,
Yeah.
And then I won in like
I'm talking it's draft related.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Sorry.
You
Pick
guys are
prediction.
talking too long.
Yeah, pick prediction.
Kamara, McCaffrey, Chubb.
Yep.
Maybe
Yep, I would
Adams.
say
Maybe.
maybe. I know he definitely likes his running backs early.
Yeah.
So
It'll be
I would
hard to
say
get
it's-
2 elite ones at 4.
Yeah.
At 7, he was able to do it. I don't know
Mhm.
about 4.
Yeah, it'll definitely be tough. He'll probably have to change his draft strategy a little bit, but
Yeah.
again, another former champion
Yep.
in the top half of the draft. So
That's 3 of the top 4.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
yep, it's gonna be a tough year.
It's gonna be a
It's gonna be
tough year. Hey man, you enjoying it? You want a good draft lottery? Good. So happy.
Des Moines butterfly wings.
Oh,
There
dude! He said, "Where
He's
was
got
that?"
He's got it.
Hey, that's a good spot, D. Don't worry. Champion
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah, that it has to be said. The champion from last year drafted at number 5 overall.
Yes, she did.
So, not a bad spot at all.
No.
If we're talking about where this team went wrong last year, though, it was definitely in the draft.
Yes.
The Mahomes first overall pick, I understood,
Mhm.
and then following it up with Kittle,
Mhm.
who
It's-
unfortunately got injured.
Right. That's not his
That's
fault.
that's not something you can help. But
Mhm.
picking Lamar Jackson with his 3rd pick was. If he would have made a trade early
Yeah.
and gotten something for it, it would have made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But he held on to Lamar Jackson for
And
so long, and
the trade
it just,
value is gone.
the trade value went down. So if he's gonna do something like that again, he's got to be more aggressive and really, get something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Outside of that, I mean,
Not
his-
picking
his-
a running back till round 5 though.
That's
hard.
That's really tough. That's really tough for sure. I mean, Carson's not a bad running back at
No.
all. And then Montgomery actually had his best year
Yeah, he did good.
so far. So, both of them are good, but I feel like you just miss out on
Yeah, the high
many-
end.
so many potential running backs at that point.
Because that was the Wings' problem. They were scoring pretty consistent points, but they had
Mm-hmm.
no ceiling.
Yeah.
Their floor was always real safe though.
Yeah. And a lot of that has to do with, Mahomes. I mean,
Yeah,
Mahomes he's just,
he carries teams.
yeah, absolutely. He's too good. So the key to their success is definitely improving the draft. Improving your draft and
Yeah.
then just continuing to, do
'Cause
better
he's-
on the waiver wire.
Yeah, he wasn't bad at the waiver
No.
wire. He was able to actually turn this team around.
Mhm.
I remember that when we all get those emails at the end of the draft, and then with the predictions of how many games you're going to win, and his was 0-12, and he was real mad about that. He's like, I'm going to win 1 game. I think he won 3
I think
or
so.
5.
Um,
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But as for what he might pick, depending on what's up, I know Hill and Elliott,
Mm-hmm.
Tyreek Hill and Ezekiel Elliott would be good here.
Mm-hmm.
Ezekiel Elliott's been trending downward for sure.
Definitely. He's looking good on
but-
social media, but I think kind of the appeal of Elliott's starting to rub off because he's getting older now.
Yeah, he's losing some of his explosiveness while, guys like Chubb and Henry are still looking spry.
Right, right. Do you think there's a chance he goes Josh Allen at 5?
Definitely. I mean, Josh Allen did he end the number 1 fantasy quarterback or number 2?
I think he was number 2. Aaron Rodgers finished number 1.
Okay, gotcha. Well, he's not picking Rodgers.
No,
We
he's
know
not.
that.
No, the Wings are not picking Rodgers.
Don't
But yeah,
take
Josh.
Allen. He's mine.
Josh Allen with his first pick would also be a very plausible option.
I think their key to success is drafting well.
Yeah, absolutely.
After that, they'll be all right.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Good.
Rolling with my.
Oh, Riley.
Number 6.
You taking it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not bad.
You're like, yes.
Yes. I'll take it.
Kathryn, it's possible you might be last.
I know.
Who's she going up
Who's
against?
left?
Her
Smurfettes.
and
Yeah.
the Smurfettes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 1 and 4. So you have a 20% chance. They're rolling with my homies. Where did they go wrong last season? Well, it's hard to go wrong if you made the championship. So we'll give them that much. And all their players that they drafted individually are very good players. Elliott, though, had a down year. Probably his worst year yet.
Yep.
Mixon was battling injuries all year long.
Mm-hmm.
Kelsey was a stud.
Yep.
You had no problem with Kelsey. Evans was dealing with injury. Taylor was a rookie dealing with injury and just a weird mid-season funk where he didn't.
Yeah.
do much.
Well, I mean, it started with Marlon Mack was the starter, so he was not even really playing for the first couple weeks.
Uh-huh.
And then I guess the offense just wasn't in a rhythm.
No.
And so he definitely struggled for the first half of the year, but it seemed, that second half, things started clicking with the offense, and
Mm-hmm.
he had a couple of pretty big games, which is a
Yeah.
big part of why I made it to the championship.
Absolutely. I kept trying to trade you for him because I knew he was going to
I
come in
know.
there at the end.
I
So
said
good thing
no.
you didn't because it wouldn't have helped me, but it helped you.
It certainly did.
Their key to success. I think just duplicate what they did last year and hope that they don't have an Elliott situation because you drafted well and you didn't really deal with significant injuries, not really.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I was lucky in that regard.
and then you just ran into a buzzsaw in the championship, and that's just what happens sometimes. Pick prediction. At 6, the Kittle's there. He could take his guy, Jonathan Taylor. If Elliott's still there, I don't think he takes Elliott again. But maybe a guy like Chubb, because I think you like to take running backs. You're like me. We like to take running backs. So
Yeah, we do.
it's not like a Chubb. I don't think Kamara would be there anymore.
I doubt that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like a Derrick Henry. But you'll still get in an 8-man league, you still get a pretty good running back with your first pick.
Yeah.
And then as far as team history goes, you made the championship twice now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're knocking on the door. And you were beating the Petitos in that last game. And if they didn't play that final Bills game, you would have won.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
of course, Josh Allen and Diggs were just monsters that whole season.
That they were.
So, that didn't work out. But, man, you were right there this year. And, I mean, you were 4 last year, right?
Yes.
And then you're 6 this year. So, you're right in that same kind of middle round where you can really make a splash.
Mm-hmm.
So, everyone needs to watch out for Riley next year. It might be back-to-back years of EFC champions.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Number 7. Will the champions get the 7th spot? Or the champion 8? 7, okay. So in
Sorry, Cassie.
the Petitos at 7. I don't think the Petitos have ever drafted that late.
I don't think so. It's generally been pretty early.
It'll be a new challenge for them.
Yeah.
But I'm sure the reigning champions are ready to back it up.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Where did they go wrong
hard
last
to say.
year?
Hard to say they went wrong with their championship.
Yeah, exactly. You can't really say anything about that.
Skip that part.
Yeah,
I would.
I did.
I mean, I would just say that. I mean, it was unlucky that Thomas was injured and then also sucking. But other than that, her draft was really good. I mean, getting Chubb and Hunt was really big. Especially when Chubb went down with an injury. Then she had a running back who was just as good.
And she dealt with a lot of injuries, too.
Yeah.
Chubb went down. Eckler went down.
Mm-hmm. Did Thielen get injured? I thought he was injured for a little bit.
I don't know if he was injured as much as Justin Jefferson just stole all the points from him. Singletary didn't do much.
No.
But, I mean, she didn't need him to.
I mean, Diggs and Allen just really helped.
That was the stack of the year.
That was
the stack of the year.
Oh, yeah.
And Jake had Ryan and Ridley.
Mm-hmm.
There were a bunch of stacks. And then I think Chris had Kyler and Hopkins.
I mean, you had Prescott and
Lamb. Yeah.
CD Lamb.
I'd say hers beats all those.
Yeah.
What?
100%.
Oh, Bubba.
No, Baba.
Bubba. Oh, CD Lamb, Baba. What will be their key to success?
Just trying to, replicate the depth they had with their draft.
Yes. Good luck.
Yeah. Good luck with that. And then also just staying active on the waiver wire and trying to make sure you're getting the best person available.
Right.
That's always important. That's important for everybody, really.
Yeah, it is. It is. Absolutely. Pick prediction at 7.
Let's see.
I feel like she's going to go with someone with, like, a name she recognizes. I don't know. Yeah. She doesn't know much about Jonathan Taylor, so I don't know if she'd go with someone like that. She might go, like, if Kittle was still there, I could see her going Kittle and then following up with a running back round 2. Because she only has 2 picks till late.
Yeah, if D-Man doesn't take Josh Allen...
That's true.
We know she loves Josh Allen.
Yes, she does.
So, I think she'll be looking to get that Diggs
Allen stack again.
I think she's going to look for it. If she can do it. We'll see what happens.
Previous champions. So, anything else we got to say about that? She's got a target on her back now, so everybody's gunning for her. EFC will not be as easy as it was before.
No.
No. Alrighty. Our final pick.
And our final pick. The Smurfettes.
Smurfettes.
You didn't let me do my job.
Voila.
Go ahead.
There's only...
The final pick is...
Smurfettes!
Wow! Man!
That one coming?
I had no idea. With this one, I mean, I think the Smurfettes still love Barkley. I think she's...
I do too. That's a perfect spot for her to get him at 8.
Yeah, I think this is the only year that he would be available this late.
Exactly.
I think people are still going to be scared of the injury, and I think she might be willing to take a chance.
Yep.
If she's not, then I think DK Metcalf would be...
He did it for her last year.
Yeah. I mean, she had him last year, and he killed it.
And
she might be looking for that Wilson-Metcalf stack again.
Yeah. And at this point, at 8, she can do whatever she wants with that first pick and then follow it up. Mm-hmm. So she doesn't have to go or feel obligated to go running back first.
No. absolutely not.
So she can really do whatever she wants here.
Yeah. Where would you say she went wrong?
I think depth was a real problem, and then injuries, of course. Barkley and Mack both had season-ending injuries.
Yeah.
So it's not, I don't think Barkley made just a little bit through the first game, and Mack barely made it.
Yeah, I mean,
either.
I kind of had the feeling that Mack was going to lose his job to Jonathan Taylor pretty early on, and then once the injury hit, that was just game over there. A.J. Brown had an injury issue. David Johnson was just useless.
Him and Ertz.
And
I think Ertz, it'll be tough to have him in the top 8, which is really weird to say.
Yeah, for tight end.
Yeah. After
I-
years and years of being either like top 2, top 3.
Yeah, that's tough. I
Pour one out for the homies.
would. I would also say the drafting of Ito Smith was a bit questionable.
Yeah. I get when you get to those late rounds, you can kind of take like flyers on people, but yeah, probably.
I think she was just counting on a Gurley injury.
Yeah.
And that just didn't happen. He stayed healthy, but
surprisingly,
he stayed healthy, but he wasn't as productive as he used to be. But but yeah, I think just getting more depth, and then trying to supplement that on the waiver wire.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And then I'd say their key to success is drafting well.
Yeah.
And they usually do that every year. And then just winning divisional games.
Yeah.
To really put those other teams away. You can't leave teams hanging around.
No.
So we're up to 5 out of the 8 teams have won championships now.
Yep.
Almost everyone's
It's not fun being in the minority.
Well, this might be the year to change it.
Maybe.
We got the Be Strong in 2, the Des Moines Butterfly Wings at 5, and the Rolling with Mahomes at 6.
Yep.
The reigning champs spot from last year, right?
That was 5.
That was 5. Gotcha.
So D-man, so
You're close. You're
almost
close.
there.
Alrighty. We'll get out of here. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We will see you guys later on. Bye.
Bye.